Hello, hello, hello. Let me turn down this music just a little bit. That should be good. See the settings. Nice, nice, nice. Welcome in, everyone. Yo, let me put Subway Builder up for you guys. And let's make this full screen. Entire screen. And let me check how that's looking. Looking good. Welcome in. We're going to be playing on a new city today. Turn this music down just a little bit more. Alright, alright. Where do we want to play today? That is the question. Happy Saturday, everyone. Or Sunday. Happy Sunday. We'll be streaming for about 3 hours total, till 3. And then maybe we'll throw in another game or two. Maybe play a chess match or whatnot. I'm leaning towards Washington or New York. So, UK, we've done our Liverpool. I can show you guys. Last time we live streamed, we were playing on Liverpool, but we kind of built that out. Not too bad. It's a very small map. So, maybe we play Washington. If you can't. What do you say? Play London 9. Hi, if you can't, choose London. We won't play London today, since that's going to be just for the main videos. Maybe we'll visit it and make some fixes later on in the stream. But I want to start with a new city. How's the music sounding, guys? I think Washington. I'm kind of drawn to Washington. We're going to play anything with above 3 million population. Or we could even do San Diego. I've been wanting to go in San Diego. I like to see the continuation. Yeah, we'll make some fixes on London. How about in about like an hour? We'll hop on over. I could show you guys. It's already. I'll show you. Actually, let's load it real quick while we let people join in. Why not? We won't do anything today, but I just want to show you if you guys want to see anything real quick on the map. I'm worried about it is kind of lagging already, and I wonder if there's something with the demand when it hits like around 350, because this is when our Boston series ended. So I'm not sure. Also, I do have ads on the stream. If they're too frequent, just let me know and I can change it. I haven't streamed with ads before. So, yeah, so this is how London's doing. There are a couple fixes I want to fix later on. But, welcome in, everyone. Welcome, Breadman. Welcome, Crickle, David, Alpha, Jay, Stumpy. Welcome in, everyone. I think, actually, let's do one fixed while we're on here. And that is, I needed our express line on the outside, or on the inside rails. So, let's just make sure it's doing that. Because I think through this portion, it should be on the inside, through the center. So how I'm going to do that, I think, is Shepherd's Bush. Or actually, maybe I could just do it like this. Let's see if this works. We'll take off these stops. We'll have a stop at Holborn. And then Shepherd's Bush will stay on the inside rails. So we'll have a stop there at Shepherd's. We'll have a stop at Marble Arch, since this is a transfer station. And then we'll have a stop at, I think, Holborn. Also, it's not Holborn, it's It has a, I misspelled it. I think it's Born. And then we'll have a stop at Bank as well. And it will just be stopping at those transfer stations. But besides that, it should work well as an express. And then what we'll have to do is we'll have to put the central on the outside rails. So let's just let's just make this fix, let people get in here, and then we'll choose a new city. So you guys think about what city you want to see. And then Central A will move to the outside rails. And hopefully this doesn't break it. Okay, it broke it a little. That's all right. And then we'll just go through. And then I want to rename Holborn, and then we'll jump onto a new map. Holborn. You guys really get on me with the names. It's so funny. I appreciate it though. But it seems like I cannot pronounce anything. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I thought the other way would be better. And it's pretty intuitive that the inside rails would be, because that's how I was using bypass. Also, what I should have done over here, if you guys saw last episode, with these stations, I should have just made 2 single stations on the side. I did think about it, and then I kind of forgot. But the issue is the single tracks are a bit buggy sometimes. Single track stations I should add. And then this should be on the outside, and it should be working good. Oh, this one, last one, Fenchurch. Okay, so that will be our change, and then we'll fix this one, this station, Holborn. Like I was saying Chiswick, but it's Chiswick. I was saying it's Woolwich. Hello Transit Corps. Hello Sliced Bread Man. Oh, we have 22 people in here. Jeez. Okay, so that's our fixes for London. Do we have a preference? Do we want to go to the US or the UK? And I'll save it. Overwrite that one. I'm leaning towards US. We've played on Liverpool. We've played London. We could play on Birmingham or Manchester. Fenchurch should be Tower. I did have it as Tower, though, I think the first episode. And then I changed it to Fenchurch. I could change it back. So I'm thinking either Manchester or Birmingham. These are the 4 options I'll give you guys. Manchester, Birmingham, San Diego, or Washington. Those are your 4 choices. We played on SF a little bit, so maybe we'll go back to that and eventually. I'll give you guys a second. I have some coffee on the side. I hope my slurps aren't too loud. Manchester? Okay, I'm down for Manchester. Let's load it up. It is a very interesting map because it seems like the UK cities are missing that kind of central demand. We'll start here. Let's see. So the issue is they're kind of lacking demand in some areas. You guys can see. So I did a little bit of research. Okay, now let me do a poll because some of you guys want DC. So I can start a poll and we'll do Washington, or we'll do DC or Manchester. What city? And you guys can vote. Oh, and it completely takes you out. Why does it do that? That's not good. I don't want that. Okay, never mind. It's good. Alright, we are 50-50 right now. 50-50. 53-47. Okay, DC is winning right now. Okay, how about we'll start on DC and then we can go to Manchester later on. That sounds good to me. Because Washington is a very unique city. Let me load it up real quick. I'll show you guys. They have a really cool road network. So here, I'll pull up demand stats. So there's a couple workplaces around the map, but mostly it's all centered around the White House. Oh, let me change actually real quick. Let me change the title of the stream then. Building in. Here, one sec. Starting a DC save or network in Subway Builder. Washington. Okay, there we go. Now people know. Let's go back. Oh, let me close the poll out real quick. Sorry, I only have one monitor right now. I'm gonna get a new monitor for next stream, and then it'll be easier to switch back and forth. So we will do DC for an hour, and then someone remind me, and then we'll switch over to Manchester. So first, also I changed the colors around just a little bit. It might be hard to tell. I just made the green a little greener. Actually, I don't like how green it is now. Can I make that a little darker? No, that's the opposite. There we go. And then I want the background a little lighter. That looks better. And then when I'm zoomed in, it's still dark. When I'm zooming out, it's a little brighter. So we'll do DC and then in an hour. That will be the plan. How's the chat look? I feel like the chat's a little too big. Can I fix that real quick? I can show you guys this. This is how do I do Google? Okay. So this is where I have all my stream overlays. So I wonder, can I just make this smaller? Oh, that's too small now. If I hit save, what does that look like? If I go back to gameplay. Oh, that kind of moves it over too much. Alright, we'll get started in a sec. I want to make the chat a little bit bigger. How's that look? Okay, that looks good. You guys are so small over there. And then can I make text bigger? Message fade after 90 seconds. Sorry guys, I should have done this before. Text settings. We'll make you guys a little bit bigger. 18. There we go. Okay, no more messing around. Cancel. How's that look? That looks good. Okay. So let's look resident demand. So we got some people over here. I know there's a little town down here that we'll maybe get to. We have some demand over here down the highway. We'll definitely use this highway stretch. And then kind of around. We can definitely have a north-south line. I think to here. There seems to be a lot of demand up here. And then some on the east side. And worker, we have, you know, around the White House. Got a ton. And then we have the Pentagon right here. And then we have Doles, right? Doles or whatever. Airport. What is this? Oh, I think this is Amazon. I was doing research on this map because I'm going to do a tier ranking of all the maps. I've been trying to do a little bit of research on all of them. It's taken a while. I started recording it. I'm like, I need to find a better way to do this. And then what's up here? Just shops and whatnot. Okay. So let's start with maybe just a north-south line. Let me pin this. And then what we can do. Here, let me let the game run so we can turn these red. So I have most of the workplaces down there highlighted. Seems like a high concentration right here. And then kind of what is yeah, there's a road right here we can follow. And then headed east, we can go south maybe this way. And then a east-west line. So let's let's start playing. I think maybe a central station right here. Like right in front of the White House. Makes sense. Yeah, because then we can have the east-west come over here. And let's see where these people are going. Are they all just going, rotate this, highlight this? Okay, most of them are going here. And we're going to try to get anything within this area, like walking distance. So about like, maybe like 1 mile. Within 1 mile. And I love my hub stations. So let's start that. We'll have a quad. Also, should we build a heavy metro or light metro? Let me know. Also, let me know how the music's sounding, if it needs to be louder. It should be loud enough so you can hear me when I'm not talking. The pursuit of happiness line. Okay, I like that idea. I think we'll do branches. So what we'll do is we'll have a quad. Let me get this perfectly lined up. We'll have branches. We'll have, that way we can follow these diagonal roads. Makes sense to me. So let's highlight this. And then we can have one branch go down here. And one branch go up here somewhere. Most of them are north though. So for now, let's do this. And then we'll have this at -9. Or -8 actually. And we'll run a quad rail up here. And I want to just make it nice and symmetrical. And if you haven't, check out the Discord. Link is in, not this description, but I think it's on my channel page. If you guys want to check it out. Let's make this route first. So northwise, I think I can send one this way and then one this way. So our main line will just go north-south, which will be our middle tracks. Let's do that first. And then maybe right here we'll have it twist over. Let me look at this highlight again. Yeah, we'll send it this way. This should be pretty profitable. Light metro. I think around this area we can make a heavy metro. We'll see. I feel like we're gonna go bankrupt, but we'll be careful. So we'll go this far, or maybe we go out just a little bit with our quad rail. And then down this street, we'll go to -6 for the outer rails. And then for the inner rails, we'll go to -10 and we'll build that out. And then what you can do, this is like making made flyovers really easy, is you just drop it down. You drop one down, -2 elevation, and then you drop the other tracks or the other direction you want to go up to. And that way you can have really tight flyovers like that. And then we just drop this to -6. And you only have to bring it out, you know, just a little bit before the slope is correct. And then we shouldn't have any issues. Boom. So that's a little tip if you're playing. So where do we want our first stations? This is 16th Street. When I did DC, I used Union Station as a huge transfer hub and had a ton of long commuter lines into it. Where is Union Station? I don't know anything. I've never been to DC. Maybe do a trip soon. Although I should highlight this. Where's... Okay, the first station probably could be coming up. Maybe right here. Let's get a parallel station in at -8. And we want everything within a mile. So let's see how close. 16th Street to our street. 20-minute walk. That's perfect. So that will be our first line over there. Oh, why is it being weird? Okay, let's delete this back just a little bit because we need the slope to go down. And then over here, does anyone live? I think we'll use this road actually. Is there any worker demand over here? There's a little bit. We'll worry about that in the future. Yeah, let's send it up this road, because I think that's the main road for people working. It's kind of hard to tell when the construction's open. Yeah, so we'll head up this way. It's pretty much at the hemisphere north of the capital. Okay. Is it over here? I don't know. We can go to Google Maps too. We don't have to. We can do some exploration. Is there any residents in this area? Yeah, we'll be nice and put a station right here, kind of on top of each other. And how close is that to 16th Street? 20 minutes. Perfect. And let's do this. Let me just keep highlighting. And our last station will be right in this neighborhood, or this main line. And let's drop this to -4. I don't think it matters. And then if we click this, okay, we have about a 40-minute walk. So we just need to fit one in between. So maybe like right here. Looks good. And let me know if the ads or anything are being weird. I don't exactly know how it works live streaming. I think you guys all get it at the same time. I set it to low. Like you have settings how many ads you can send. You have like low, medium, and high. So I put on low, so we'll see. Okay. This is what, a 20-minute walk? I gotta remember the names. Newton is up here and R Street. Okay, so this is perfect, right in between. And then we'll add a crossover and start sending lines in a second. Which one? Newton Street? Right here. Very dense. That's a dense neighborhood. Okay, we also could send one this way maybe. We'll see. We'll see. And for now, maybe I should send it down here into this worker area, or should I send it to the Pentagon? Let me see where people here are working. Okay, mainly south, it looks like. 20,000. I guess we also have the airport we gotta consider. So let's highlight all of this. There are some people working over here. So, oh, shoot. So what I'm thinking is we could have a flyover and send one down here across the river to the Pentagon. And then the other one will send over here to the Capitol. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And the game should still be running. And then we'll get some nice places going. When I did DC, I did a loop, and I think that would work pretty great. Yeah, let's do a loop. Let's do a light metro loop, because I love those. As you guys know, if you've seen my other stuff. What is this hat? This is at -8, right? So we'll drop this center track to -6. Or actually -10. And then we'll go right under the White House. Oh, that's gonna be pretty far. How much is this costing already? Okay, not too bad. So maybe we'll just build this route. So let's build a station at the Pentagon, and then I want it wrapping to the airport. So this airport can be, we'll push it a little south. That way it's close to this one. And then maybe go through this street. Let me just build my track so I don't forget. And then we'll have a stop here at the Pentagon. Should we just have it underneath so it's on the demand dot? No, we'll have it outside for security reasons. We'll have it right here, how about? And this is gonna have a very interesting turn. Nice. And then connect this up as straight as we can get it. Actually, we could probably We can probably get a better turn on this. Let's see. You should do an airport shuttle from the airport directly to Union. Okay, wait. Okay, one sec. We gotta pull up Google Maps. I don't know where anything is. How do I need to figure out a better way to switch OBS, because every time I have to go back into OBS to switch anything. And it's pulling up. One sec. It just pulled up my Steam. Let me close that out. Oh, I got Transport Fever too. I haven't tried to play it yet, but that could be a game we play on stream or even make videos on. That'd be fun. Oh, where are we going? DC. Why aren't you guys switching over? Okay, there we go. I'm watching the stream on my phone, and I think I'm a couple seconds behind. So I'm trying to keep up. So let's go to Washington. Where are we going? Washington. And we can kind of take a look. I really hope they add... They can't add a satellite view for... Wait, not Denver. Not Denver. Washington. A Union Station is... Oh, I see. Okay. It was that building. I saw. I see. Let's turn on transit. Let's see what they got going on. Okay, they have some lines going to Capitol Hill over here. Where's the Capitol building? Right there. Is there a stop? No, there's not. I guess, what? It's right down here. Okay, so this is their transit map. So we'll have a north line. Kind of what they're doing. Okay, we'll have a very similar system. I wish there was some satellite view in the game. Hopefully they put it in soon. Union Station, interesting. Let's head back over into Subway Builder. And let me turn the music down just a little bit. And I actually want to see something royalty free. You guys can't see this, but I'm on Spotify. I'll play it safe. I want to find more playlists to play, because I kind of listen to the same songs through all the master planned music. The transit view doesn't show the commuter rail. There are two marked that go to Union Station. Okay, so let's go back. Where was Union? Right here. Okay, that's what I thought. It looks... Yeah, we could try building over there today. Where were we at? We're at the airport. So maybe we'll have light metro serve over here in the future. And if I connect that, that's going to do that thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll extend this out just a little bit further. And then right here, we'll turn it in like that. I don't love the look of that, but I think we'll be okay. And we don't want to spend all of our money, so we do need to be careful. Track is above the ocean, so we need to go -9. Hop over. And how is everyone's Sunday doing? I'm pretty hyped to watch the Patriots soon. We're gonna destroy the Texans, I bet. We play at 3 or 3:30, I can't remember. Okay, that looks good. Wait, actually, I gotta be careful because it might make it all standard tunnel. So I forgot what I just did. Let's bring this out just a little bit further at -9. And we'll get some trains running on this to start making some money while we build out other lines. And that was 1.4 billion for just this setup. So let's get our Liberty line, we want to call it. Nice and blue. I got my heart ripped out yesterday at the Bills game. Oh my god, I know. I saw so many memes of Josh Allen, and I'm like, I kind of feel bad for him now, even though I'm a Bills hater. It was a good game. I didn't think that was... I hate when refs do that. They completely switch up. They weren't calling PIs all game, and then they called PI. It's like, what are you doing? This will be our Liberty line. And let's send Let's get some good frequency on this. And for this, let's just buy 20, even though we don't need to. Let's just buy trains now. And let's let this run. We got our first train going. Okay, so this should be good for our first line. I wanted flyover over here. I'm not familiar with the area, but I feel like building, yeah, it would. But at this point, I don't care. Not to get political. Not as many problems as putting it. Yeah. He messed up in the first half, but earned everything back. Yeah, I don't know what, like, I don't know if he was trying to lateral at the end of the second half. I don't know what he was trying to do, but that was dumb. I mean, that's 3 points. They would have won the game because they went to overtime, if you think about it like that. Has Colin said if he expects Commuter Rail to be in the next update? Or I think they're just thinking, but definitely check out the Q&A. What is it? The 20th? I'm not going to be able to make it because I have something else I got going on, but I sent in some questions to be asked. But I think it's going to be a busy Q&A. There's a lot of people that RSVP'd compared to the first one. Paul says, I like trains. I like trains too. Okay, so our line is running well. Let's run something over here. And we have the capital right here, which it does have workers assigned to it. So maybe something along this road too, like some north-south. I'm not sure. But we'll just have our main routes, and then we can do light metro to save money. So let me get my demand stats back up. Right here. Okay, I gotta switch the playlist or something. One sec, guys. One sec. Is this all of his music? I'm on the City Planner Plays music, but I feel like this is like older stuff. Okay, maybe it's the right thing. I'm not sure. Hoping to see a good match. Best defense first. I don't even think the Texans defense is that good. I mean, they played the Steelers. It's not gameplay breaking or anything, but the station groups breaking bothers me so much. I want to see one big number so bad. Like, when they're on top, are they breaking? I haven't seen that. I haven't had any issues with the station groups, as long as they're close enough. If you could add anything to the game, what would it be? I think visual improvements from, like, since I'm making videos on the game, I want it to look nicer. Like, not nicer, but more like maybe a gradient on the colors, so it's not all just this green color. And same thing with the background and the buildings. One thing I really want is if I build a station like this and I build tracks out from it, I want to be able to like snap straight. So if I hold like shift, like if you ever use Photoshop or something, you hold shift and it makes a straight line, even if you go up or down. Like something simple stuff like that is what I care about. But I think overall the direction's good. And then optimization, because I can't build that big of cities with my computer I have going right now. Okay, I think a station there is good. And then maybe on this side. Let's see how close these guys would be. Is there any workers in this area? That might be too close. Let's see. 22-minute walk. And then we'll send that. And then we'll have a station right here. Maybe I should have had 2 stations. It doesn't break if you have 2 stations, but you have 3+ sometimes. Oh. Well, we're about to see. Because in London, I'm about to add another station to our bank station. And we'll have 4 stations there, technically. I think Boston handled it well, but I can't remember how it was doing. And then let's have a station maybe on this side. Or how about, yeah, we'll have it on this side at -9. And I'm going to shift this one up just a little bit. I feel like I'm not making the best stations, but that's okay. Let's swoop this in down this street. Yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions, like, oh wait, we have to go over there. Okay. Let me just build the straight sections. And then we can curve this around like that. And hopefully this doesn't cost too much money. Will this be a new series? So my idea was to maybe try to consistently play the same game on stream, and then I would cut it into like a very long video for people who can't make the stream. So maybe like we film like 5 episodes worth of content, maybe like 10 hours worth, and then I'd put it into a video. But I'm still like brainstorming of what to do. I kind of want to be a little more consistent with the streams, like what we're doing. And at the same time, I don't want it to like affect the channel like negatively, because sometimes it will and sometimes it helps. So I know like sometimes when I am subscribed to people. Oh, actually, let's drop this to -10. When I'm subscribed to people and they like put out a bunch of live streams that I'm like not interested in, I would get kind of mad about that. We're gonna have to drop this down, or bring this up actually. I think to -4. Let's see, or no, -8. No, -6. -6. We'll swoop this under. Okay, that's not gonna work. What is this at? I should have planned this better. 10 maybe? What is this? I think this is at 10. So can we drop this to 14? Just to get this correct. And then from there, that way we don't have any issues with the elevation. And then this we can just drop to like right here. See, like right here would be nice where I could keep it straight. Also, I don't have a new monitor yet, so if I missed your chat or whatever, I'm just using my phone. I think doing -5 streams and cutting. I think doing 5 streams and cutting. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would just cut like the boring bits out, or like if I'm like doing any technical things. It wouldn't have like the same amount of editing, obviously. I've heard people have issues with optimization. I'm on a super low end laptop though, and I managed to get the entire train network of Manchester with 300 trains like running at the same time. That's pretty impressive. I think I'm maxing out 200. I have a MacBook though, so I think Mac is like a little less optimized than a Dell or PC laptop. Okay, so that's gonna be our southern branch, and let's add that crossover. And then over here, how far should we go up? Maybe right here, or maybe we could go further. We could skip a station, so like we'd probably want one right here, and we'll have this at -4 just so I don't mess up with any of the things. And Connecticut, how far are we? 25-minute walk. So what we'll do is we'll add another station about a 25-minute walk away from this one, and then we can infill this one in the future. 24, perfect. And that's just so we can get a little bit more coverage, because these 2 stations are close right now. And we could probably make, oh, we have to go around this. That's annoying. The big building south of the mall is the Department of Agriculture. It has a station as one of the biggest employer. Okay, so this is the mall, right? Like or no, this is the mall. So one of these buildings, the department. Let's see, it might be this one. This one has a big bubble. I really hope they add in, actually I sent this as a suggestion, is the ability, and we'll have this at -9, because I think I'm just going to make a straight line under this neighborhood. I think that would be easier. I hope they add in the ability to add in demand, like customized, because that way if there's like a stadium or something, you could add worker demand there or something. Oh, we have to make this 10. Oh, we have to make this side 10. What am I doing? But I don't know how that works, because I know the game gets its data online, and that's why you have to play the game online. So I don't know. If you could add any city, what would it be? Probably LA. I think Paris. I think it'd be fun. I like playing on the new maps, especially for the videos, like the UK. The first video I did on the London did really well. I think those are fun. It's like exploring a new city, like a huge city like that. But there's issues with the worker demand. They don't really have like the census data they need. Has the dev said he'll reveal what other cities he'll add in the future? Yeah, so like along that line, the second developer, EJ, I think his name is, he was saying that they just like, it's hard for them to get any data on other countries. Like the UK, there's public data. In the US there is. So it's the big one to the left, stretches over multiple blocks. Okay. Oh, this one. This block. Or this one. Okay, I see. Yeah, it might just be in the area. It could also be this. The demand kind of gets moved around a bit. Okay, so we have this, our other north line. You guys can name this line. Going down here. We'll give it Untitled. We can call it the federal line. And then we'll give it a red. And let's see if it works. We spent another 730 million on this route. Did I add a crossover here? No, I didn't. Okay. I was worried for a sec. I was like, that's unnecessary. And we're on the outside rails. So we're spending a lot of money. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you need to make light metro first. I'm looking forward to... Yeah, Toronto would be cool. I think all the Canada... Like Vancouver would be cool. Montreal would be cool. Okay. How are we doing? My game keeps pausing. Let's look on route and see what our routes are getting. 2,000 people. Okay, we need to make a light metro system so we can start making some money. And let's jump this up to like 4, maybe 5. And we can check parking costs. I'm guessing parking costs here is 5. Because that will tell us what the max we can set is. Kind of near the max at least. Oh wait, no. Wrong number. If I click on this, okay, yeah, parking cost is 5. The freedom loop. Okay, maybe we start doing the freedom loop. That way we can kind of juice our profits a little bit. And should we build it down this street? 6th Street, K Street Northwest? Or should we have it like diagonal? Run it through the capital, run it down here. I think no matter what, it should go through the capital. And then maybe up to Union. So what if we did capital, kind of swing it around this street, and then run it down this street, and then ending over here? Okay, yeah, we'll do light rail. That way we can save some money. And we should definitely expand down here. So let's see what we have the money to build. Let's do this. We'll have a light rail station at -4 down here. And then I never had a car in DC, but I knew some people who drove to work, and $5 if it was 10 if you paid the entire month up front, 20 if you didn't. Jeez, that seems cheap. $10 for a month? That's not bad. I wonder how many senators in rep. I'd guess not many. If I'm gonna be honest. You gotta be careful though. You know, taking public transit, it's so dangerous. Can't remember where there are, but there are a lot of museums near the capital. Yeah, I don't know if the museums like would get demand. Also, I know it's probably not right, but let's have this right in front just so we can get the demand. Or actually right behind. So we can get this demand and this demand. And then what will bring it... How close would this be? Would this be too close? 13-minute walk. Maybe we'll have it down this street. How about right here? I'm not really planning this that well. Oh, $10 per day if you paid for the entire month. Oh, I see. Jeez. They're on the mall. Okay, so yeah. So all these are the... They don't really have much demand. Yeah. Let's so what if we bring it here? Stop. I'm guessing this is some monument. Hello from Italy. Hello. Buongiorno. Welcome to the stream. We are just messing around in DC. I don't know what I'm doing because this is... I shouldn't have built this stop then. I guess they can run similar paths. We can have... What if we do it elevated? Would that be fun? Let's do it elevated. And we can also save money. Because I don't... Once I add the 3D, it would look weird. But for now, I think it'll be okay. Because we need to save money. Because I think I poorly planned this. You kind of need to start with light metro sometimes, which is annoying. And we're losing money right now. That's not good. A little light metro loop. And maybe we'll build it. Can we build it right on top without any issues? This is going to be kind of funky. Yeah, that works. How much would that be if I complete this? Because I think I messed up on the routes. It's just hard to make a profit in some of these cities. How much is that? Okay, 250. Not bad, not bad. I'm trying my best. Usually I do a lot more planning with the routes. It is fun to just mess around. And where are these people coming from? Okay. So this will be our loop, and then maybe we'll have a stop. Could we swing it in over here? Yeah. We'll swing it in there, and then maybe we'll send it down here. Oh, maybe this stop should be moved a little bit. Yeah, let's move this back at this roundabout. I kind of hope they change the crossovers on quad track to actually cross all tracks. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of do it yourself, but I think they'll do something with that. Putting station on top of another one causes issues creating line. Oh, does it? Okay, we'll have it off to the side then. I haven't really tried that, so let's be careful. Yeah, we deleted the right one. Good. So we'll just have it on the bottom side. And yeah, that helps. And let's see. Hopefully this doesn't cost too much. It's all elevated though. We should be good. And I hope you guys can see what we're doing. Oh, what is it connecting to? Oh, there we go. Okay. So we got our loop. What is our cost now? 300 million? Okay. This was very poorly planned. I'm sorry. And we'll have this wrap around. I don't really know what I'm doing. And we'll just make these straight segments. We're just having fun. In my opinion, the best profitable early game is roughly the in real life orange line starting from Boston Station. The density tapers hard. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. We're just messing around. Okay, that is going to cost us 370. What stations do we need? Maybe one right here? That seems kind of close. Let's connect up these, and then we'll see if we need anything else. So we'll route this in. And we'll want to send it down this street. And then we'll have a really nice 90-degree turn. Route that in. Boom. Okay, that is our loop. What do you guys think before we build it? It's going to cost 450 million, so we'll have 50 million. And then we'll need to start sending our heavy lines down. I think that looks nice. No, wait, real quick. I just realized how big the chat is. I want to push that a little to the right. I'm going to do that real quick. Sorry, guys. See how that looks. Just a little more right. It's very annoying. It's very finicky, I will say. Okay, that should be better. I kind of want to just off to the side, but still on screen. What we're done. Yeah, if I was optimizing for profit instead of ridership, light elevated from Boston. Okay, you guys haven't been disagreeing with my loop, so let's build that in. And then we'll have, what we're gonna call the loop? What was the name you guys wanted? Let me find it. The Freedom Loop, okay. The Freedom. And we'll have it a nice, how about white color? What other colors? We could use white. So it's the red, white, and blue. Light rail. And we'll have to do two lines. So we'll have this be the inside. Does that work? And then we'll do Freedom counterclockwise. Yeah, we'll start connecting the residential once we have this all set up. We're making money though. We're making money. I hate that it pauses. I wish it didn't pause when we were doing this. We are set up well. And let's buy, I don't know, maybe 16 for now. And we'll just send something like that. And I want this to be a nice little box. And our counterclockwise line, we need some trains. Alright, we'll see how that performs. That's set up. We don't need to worry about that anymore. We're at 0.3. Not doing great there. So let's expand over here. And maybe get a stop down on this main street. There seems to be workers right here too. So we'll have a stop right as soon as they cross the river. And we'll do heavy metro. We'll get this to -9. Actually, I wonder if we should do... We can't raise it up anywhere. I was going to say, maybe this should be elevated. We'll do -9, and then that way we can get underneath this building right here. And it seems like whenever I stream, I always make a lot of mistakes on building the routes. So we'll bring this back up to 9. And then right here, we'll start dropping it down again to 12. Oh, it has to be deeper than 12. Okay, we'll bring it to 13. And then, I don't know, do we need another station in this area? How about at Virginia? That way people can get on. And we'll have this at 9, right next to it. Does this cross over? No, because that's at 4. And then we'll connect these up at 10. Yeah, like that. Oh, insufficient funds already? Oh my gosh. Okay. How far off are we? Oh, we're really far off. Okay, how did this happen? Every time I play on stream, I run out of money. How much are we making? Let's see that. We are not making anything. Oh my gosh. Maybe we should restart the save. And build. Oh my gosh, I did not plan this correctly. It's the same thing with Seattle. I built a good network and we weren't making any money. I think I might have focused on downtown a little too much. None of these guys are even taking it. What is happening? Why aren't they taking it, you know? Okay, this was a failure. I think you should restart. Okay. Restart. We're restarting, guys. New game, Washington. Restart. I didn't even save the last one anyway, so. We're restarting. Day one. We'll let the game run. And let's plan this a little better. Let's figure out. Sorry if you guys got invested in our previous network. Let's just do light rail. I think that's a good idea. And we need a system going this way and a system going north. And we need to look, are any of the residents in this area, they're only going here. And what about the residents in this area? They're only going here. Okay. We'll plan this a lot better and only use light rail. Yeah, it's like annoying because heavy rail is better at the end game. So maybe they'll let you upgrade it in the future. That's a feature for people asking. That's a good feature I want, is to be able to upgrade. Okay, now I'm thinking maybe we should kind of have this area be a little different. That way we don't have to run underneath. So maybe I kind of like having a central station here, now that I think about it. So let's do this. Also, if you guys are getting ads on this, I came late, so restart works for me. Okay, fair. If you guys are getting ads, let me know. Are they skippable? Are they like too frequent? Let me know about that. I know no one likes ads. So let's do light. What if we had a big transfer station here? Obviously, this is probably filled with cars, this area, but let's just imagine that this was for pedestrians only. Maybe we have a big transfer station, because this is kind of in between where all the residents live and all the workers. So we could send one down this avenue, and then have a main line down. I like that idea. So what if we do quad here and then immediately branch it off when we need to? Where would we branch off? Like going south, I can see the branches, but going north off this main road, I think I see a branch down this avenue. Okay, I'm coming in. Scott's my old office right there, the dream. Okay, perfect. So we'll do elevated only, and we're about to get a bunch of stations in. It's crazy how much cheaper. They're actually gonna make light metro more expensive. That's what the developer said. He said it was too cheap, which I thought was funny. So that's our central station, and then we'll send this south, and then we'll also, I'm not gonna build it now, but I'm gonna have parallel stations going this way, and maybe we'll have the station on this branch underground. Oh, I know what we'll do. And then we'll have a station on this side. How about on this side of the White House? And then we'll have one on this side. And then that way we can branch that way. And we could even send it towards the Capitol. I really hope in the future they make it easier to upgrade or in the future we have a difficult mode where everything takes time to build and everything is more expensive. Yeah, I think adding like an easy, normal, and challenging mode, or like a hard mode would be fun. Actually, maybe not a station here for now. So I'm wondering, like, should we send down this avenue and then down here? Okay. Yeah, we could have a branch. From my experience playing DC, the path that the red line takes brings the most ridership. Okay, let's go back into Google Maps real quick. Let me get my Google Maps open and I'll switch you guys over. Okay, we're in Washington. The red line, which is down Connecticut Ave, goes underneath the White House almost, right through it, and then goes out west. Or actually, no, it goes back north. Is it? Is that right? It makes a U shape? Interesting. That's interesting. And where's Arlington? Arlington South, right? Arlington South. Okay, so this orange line. Okay. Hey, Gordon Ramsay Street Burger. Check that out. So where's our transfer station? Let's see. Yeah, it is filled with cars, but let's say they pedestrianize it. Oh, we're underground. Can I go right here? I just want to kind of get an area of where we're building. Okay. So right here, there's going to be a massive metro train stop above ground. Arlington. You start with Arlington. Ballston is closer distance. Where's Ballston? I keep hearing that. Ballston. This is our research. This is how I research for. Okay, Ballston's down here. Yeah, let's start with the main line from Ballston down to the middle. And let me get you guys back over. And let's do this. So let's build a station. Let's do that first. And I think that will be our underground stop. That will run this way. Now I'm wondering though, no, because we'll have it swoop around. So Arlington's right there. So maybe right here. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. Okay, well, this isn't gonna be realistic, but we're gonna build a station on this side over here. Okay, and then we're gonna run tracks to this point, and we could always bury these, but these are gonna go right in front of the White House, like that. Actually, I need to build this portion of track. Actually, let's bring this quad down a little bit further. And then we'll need the inside rails, how about to go to 9. And we want to get that nice right there. Bring that down a little bit further. And then we're going to have a nice curve in front of the White House. So let's do that. And then we'll have the outer rails stay at that 5. And the more you zoom in, the more that helps. And then we'll just bring it to this station for now. And the same thing, I think. We're going to do this. And bring it in front. And then bring this right here. And it's okay. We don't have to worry about things like security in this game. Tracks overlap. Why is that? That shouldn't be happening. Oh, I know why. See, that's why you got to make these before you build it. This part needs to be at 9. We'll build this at 9 first. So this point. Oh, why is that being single track? We'll build this to 9. And then connect that up. And then have this at 5. And let's scoot this back just a little bit. I'm wondering what kind of curve would we get if I brought it. No, I don't like that. So I'll do, let me bring this to this point. I just want this to look nice. I'm thinking we go to that point. We go right here. And we have a nice little flyover right in front of the White House. So that should be fine. I don't think there's any issues with that. I do want to route this way, but I think that would be different in the future. Like, I think we'll have our own route. And then we could have a transfer station here at Pennsylvania. And that could go underneath. And then that's when we'll start upgrading our system. From here, let's make a stop in Arlington. And I think I can just go around this building and then demolish this one. Let's see what we got going on. We'll add a station. I think, yeah, a big transfer station right at the top of Arlington. And we'll curve around this building. And then we'll have to destroy this one. Oh, wait, no, we can go through. Look at that. Get right through there. Perfect. And then I think, can I avoid destroying any of these? Yeah, I can do that. And then a really sharp turn. What is this building? Do you guys know? On this map, the president is a train spotter. Not to rush you, but when do you think we'll be switching to Manchester? At 2, how about? That sounds good to me. If everyone agrees. Because now we know what we're doing. So we'll have a couple stations down here, and this is Ballston, right? And what road do we want to keep going down? I think this one. So we'll have it on this road. I don't think we'll need any quad stations down here. We'll just have it run straight. And worker, is there any worker demand? There's some right here. Do you think 3 stations in Arlington's good enough? Is the Kennedy Center? Is that the one for the music, right? The Trump Kennedy Center? Jesus. Okay, this is a mile. Do you think that's good, or should we have 2 stations in between Fort Myers and Stewart? What do you guys think? This is the residents tab, and this is the workers in this area. I think that might be enough. I think a mile is fine. It's not too, it's dense, but not too dense. And I just gotta snake our tracks around. I think I'm gonna have to build the straight sections first with this whirly-durly. Yeah, I think that looks good. I need to find a different. I like the master plan music, and it's nice that it's free. But I have been listening to it a lot because when I pick music for the game, for my videos, I listen to a bunch of songs to figure out what works. That section has 5 rail stops. Yeah, I think in-game it's fine. And we'll add a crossover here. This will be our last stop on this side. And I definitely want to build to the Pentagon. Yeah, I played on Washington once at the start of the game. And I actually kind of like the system I made, but I didn't build it out that much. Like, I didn't even build over here. It was mainly just around the downtown. Geez, okay, it's very squirrely right here. There we go. How's that look? That looks good to me. So we have our crossover in over there. And then we'll send this, how about to this? And we'll do the same thing. We'll have a station right on this demand dot. And then how about one on this one? Is that too close? About a 15-minute walk. We'll shift this one down. 1. Like that. And then, And then where's our next station? And then one in between these two should be good. T Street is about 15-minute walk. Okay, that's perfect. So a little dense right there. And actually, should these be quads? Because my idea was to have a line running this way, down this art avenue. Also, I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's like a school over here, I think, or a hospital. So maybe these should be quads. Because yeah. And then we'll have a line running from the capital, like down here, cutting through all of this, and either headed south or send it north down this avenue. Or even just this way. Your VA stations are equivalent at Ballston, Clarendon, and Roslyn. You skip Courthouse in Virginia. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I think 3 is good over there. So let's build, and I want to try some. Yeah, let's just make these squads. Actually, they're really close to each other. Let's move Fuller Street down, and then we'll only have 3 up here. And we'll build that one. How about right here? And we'll see if that is in the middle of these two. And this week I plan to get a second monitor. Just like a cheapy one so I can read chat and stuff. Why can't I delete this? Do you guys see that? It is not letting me delete this. There we go. Okay. That was weird. 23-minute walk and 26-minute walk. Okay, perfect. Light Metro must have really high frequency stop. It is slower. It's actually faster than the heavy in this game. So this needs to be a quad. We'll have it right next to this little park. And then we'll send one line this way somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna get it over to that street. We'll explore. And I could just run the tracks like this, but I'm gonna do what I did in London because I think it works fine. Where you have these tracks and then you just have the crossover. If you have an iPad, you can use that. I don't have an iPad. I'm just my girlfriend does, but she's studying, so so we'll do that. Bring that in. I think that works. Do you guys agree? That's probably better than quad rails. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing. I think that saves a lot of money too. And just over here, let's just add a station before I forget. Or maybe actually, where are we gonna send? We're gonna send this line is gonna be on the inner rails. So this is gonna go north. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let me pull up my demand. And I'm just going to see where these people are going real quick. Okay, they're all going there. So that doesn't really matter. And then same thing, what about over here? Just say this area. Okay, it doesn't really matter. And I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Let me know. Oh, sorry. I need to stretch. Yeah, let me know how's the audio quality. I'm in a different spot in my house. I got a new desk, so it should sound better. It should be a little quieter in the background, hopefully. Let's see. Let's build a station up here somewhere. Maybe right here. Is there any worker demand? There's no worker demand in this area. How about right here at this roundabout? I think that should work. Yeah, that should be far enough. Cause this, yeah, right here should get captured by this one. So we'll build this down. So how about right here, and then we can figure out how to connect it back in our system. Also, yeah, Manchester at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I should specify the time. And here we'll have to bring quad to maybe right here, and then we can have a flyover. Go down this street and then take a left. That's what we'll do. And maybe just, or actually right here, maybe. Okay, that's gonna be quite expensive. So I think no matter what, we're gonna have to sneak this through. I think right here we take a turn, and then we can continue straight, and then maybe down this street without demolishing anything. Where are we on this? I think this street looks thick enough. Okay, so I think that should work. We're only demolishing one house. Not bad. And then we'll have this turn be a little nicer. That should be good. Audio quality is okay. Do you play any other games other than Subway Butter? Yeah, personally, I played like NBA 2K. I play City Skylines on the PS5. I just got Transport Fever. I might try it out on stream. I think I'm gonna try out, like, learn how to play the game first, and then maybe make a video or two, or even live stream. I used to play FIFA a lot too. I haven't really played it much in the last couple years. I used to play Madden a lot too, but now I just play college football. But I definitely want to get into City Skylines eventually. I'm gonna start building a PC. It's a terrible year to do so with the prices going crazy. Oh, this is at 5, so let's make the inner track 9. But, you know, we'll see. I'm hoping the prices start dropping soon, which they won't, but I can hope. So we'll do that, and then the outside rails are at 5. And then we could just bring these down, probably to right here. And then same thing, we can, I think it was right here, right? Yeah, I think this is I think we'll play on DC for a couple streams. I love Transport Fever. Yeah, it looks fun. I don't know how it's gonna perform on my laptop. I got it for $8 on sale, and the third one looked really good. Like, the third one looks really nice. So hopefully my PC is ready by then. And then City Skylines. Do you guys have any? I can set a poll. We only have 20 people in here, but let me put a poll up real quick. I have a question for you guys. Any interest in City Skylines 1 remastered? So this is on the PS5. It'd be vanilla, obviously, there's no mods. But I could play it, or I could show off some maps I've built, because that game I have a lot of fun with. I like playing it a lot, and it's a little more, you know, visually interesting. But the only issue is I don't have any mods, and CS2 is getting to a point it is getting better. So I wouldn't watch like a CS1, but if people like it. Let's bring this down here. So the workers, yeah. Maybe down the middle? What do you guys think? Where should we place this stop in this area? We could have it off to the side and then run a route down here. Or we could swoop it in, have a stop by the museums, and then bring it down. I kind of want to hit this area though, this residential area. Okay, we have some interest, at least in this chat. What made CS1 was the workshop. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have access to that. It would just be straight vanilla. I would have to get a capture card for my PS5, so we'll see. I think there's like one guy on YouTube, I've seen his videos that he's only console, and he has good stuff. Like, his stuff's way better than mine. I like detailing. I like using the props and stuff, which sometimes then you zoom out, you can't even see the props or the decals, which is annoying. That's like the worst part about on the console, is you put a lot of effort into detailing and you don't even see it. But you can make some cool cities. The worst part is you can't the trees like can't be too close to each other or you get errors. So it's really hard making like a dense forest or like a dense little, you know, shrubbery. Okay, where should we put this station? I'm not sure. Oh, we're at 30 people. Nice. I think that's a record. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new or you've seen my stuff before. Thanks. Yeah, and they added asset editor. So CS2 looks fun. Like, it looks really good. I'm going to need to shell out a lot of money for a PC that would be able to handle it, though. I think maybe a central station here. Or maybe on this. Yeah, right here. How about? This looks like an off-ramp, so probably not the best place to put it. So let's move it down just a little bit. Right there. Yeah, and they have good mobs. Seeing you build a metro. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It would be like, definitely like a transit-focused build. So what I was thinking was build up a city off-camera to about 8,000. Because that's when you unlock trains. And then delete everything and start as like a railroad start. Or I can even make a custom map with like a railroad start. That would be like very interesting. And we have to like ship in our supplies and passengers before we can connect to the highway. I think that'd be fun. And then we have to like use a lot of the pedestrian streets, and we can like really focus, like transit focus one would be fun. Because one thing I love is making transit hubs in City Skylines 1. So let's get back to this. Where should this station be? Like, do you guys agree? And then what? We send it down here maybe? There's not much density over here. We could put it over here. This is where the new Commander Stadium is going to be. This bowl. They're going to tear this down and build a new stadium. But we definitely need a line running next to it. Okay, let's focus up. I think this makes sense. Build a station here. And then maybe swoop this up. What if we did this? We can imagine this is like underneath the highway. How about? And that way we can curve this. You guys got to tell me if this is a good line idea. CS1 multimodal. Yeah, you can make... Maybe I'll share some... If you guys are in the Discord, I'll share some photos of my save. I don't know if you guys are familiar with CS1. There's a issue when you zone too much commercial and it kind of kills your save, and I never knew about that. And it makes so much sense because basically you'll have too much commercial and then your industry will die, and then your population will start growing or stop growing. So now that I know that, I might return to that game, because every city I built after like it hit 50k, it would die. And my current save, which like I put a lot of effort into, like has completely stopped growing. So now that I know that, I could make some fixes. So I'll share some photos of that. Okay, what do you guys think of this line? Agree? We're good? Let me close out that poll also. End poll. I think that line is good. It hits the resident area over here. It'll also hit these guys. They'll just have to go under the highway. Or over. I don't know. I don't know what the highway looks like over here. I think that works out well. Let's build that. And hopefully everything is working. This is going to cost 1 billion. I think a single direction loop passing residential. Okay. We built it. And then we can make any changes in the future. And one line, how about, will be Liberty. 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 We'll have our... Oh, and I hate doing this. Make it light metro. Liberty. And I like the square text for light metro. And this one will go to Alexandra, or Arlington. Over here. And it works. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll run some high frequency. I'm just gonna buy a ton of trains. Do 50 trains. I really like the look. Yeah, these I think I needed to plan a little better. We'll run something like that, should be good. And then over here we'll do what? The Freedom? What do we have before? Freedom line? Something like that. And then nice navy blue. Okay. Also, I'll do a CS1 video in the future. That'd be fun. I'll share some photos of my save. Either start a new, I guess start a new one. Would be cool. That'd be a little easier for me to edit too, because I could just be playing. I don't have to do the research. And for now, we'll get that 7-minute frequency should be good. All right, our line's running. Let me take a sip of water. Okay, I'm back. We're getting warnings. Good. We didn't get any warnings with our previous system. Let's see what we got. Freedom. Well, actually, we'll run these as double. We'll double the amount of trains on these lines. How about? That looks good to me. And let's look at our demand stats. Not bad, not bad. Next line, let's run up here. Actually, let's extend this line up here first. I think that makes sense. We'll have a stop right here. Hopefully this is fine next to this park. Maybe we should take this center. Yeah, let's, and I see a commuter rail opportunity as well. We could head this way. We should probably build on this side of the road. So let's have a nice big central station over here. And then maybe a station on this side, maybe? Looks good. And then we'll have it come down this street. How about? Station right there. Let me just look at this distancing. So station right there, kind of in this heart. And then maybe one right here. Looks good. And we can see what our distances are. Going north, you can build on green ground. That's true. We could build on this part. But I think all the density's over here. In terms of residents, we'd only capture like this side, where here we can capture all of this. And actually, I want to get rid of this. I want to move this one up one block. And let's see our distances. So Missouri is 34-minute walk from this station and a 50-minute walk from that one. And it's about a 30-minute walk here. What about this one? Okay, so these should be good distances between each other. Yeah, we are making money, finally. Liberty at capacity. We'll add one train for high demand. This would definitely be an extension route over here, though. We're gonna have to build a lot of tracks up here. We'll have it follow this street. Yeah, we could build on the green to save money, but I think I want it over here. Kind of snaking its way through. Like that. Actually, let's get a nicer curve on that. Maybe clear demand stats. I gotta remember to do that. When I do those time lapses, I always forget to turn demand stats off, and I feel like it kind of clutters the screen. What kind of curve can we get going? That looks good. Save our speed. And hopefully this extension doesn't cost too much. Yeah, I think this map really, we don't need to be closer than a mile between stations. Swoop that in. Perfect. What are we at cost-wise? 300 million. Not bad. This probably should be an extension route, though. So what we'll do is we'll add a crossover here and make people transfer. That's a little mean of me, but in reality, we could say we're making time transfers. Liberty extension. And we'll have it stop on the right side, or their right side of the track. And we just have to make sure it's within 15 minutes. We'll, something like that. And, oh wait, let's make it a triangle first of all. What am I doing? Triangle. Yeah, that should be good. We'll see how that runs. Let's see what we're making today. We made 25 million. But we haven't spent all of our money. So we're doing good. Where to next? Where to next? Maybe down over here. Yeah, let's extend a horizontal. Horizontally. Let's see where... Let's see where these people are going. I'm guessing most of them are just going to Central. Okay, some people are coming down here too. I think what we'll do is we'll have a station right here. And we'll avoid whatever this is. Actually, maybe this should be underground. We are going to have to be careful. How tall can we go? We're at 5'9". That means this one needs to be at 13. Okay, not bad. I think an east-west line would be good. Yeah, so this will be like our east-west line. Headed over here. And let me pin demand. Let me turn that to 2. We'll have this. Okay, what is this? What building is this? Or monument? Because I might have to go through it. Put your east-west line down 8th Street. Is this 8th Street? What is 8th Street? You said Union. 8th Street's right here. Okay. I see, I see. So yeah, I'm done with that. Here, Union Square. Or Union Station, sorry. And this... Wait, why is it letting me do at grade? Oh, I see. It's right in the middle, that's why. Let's just not worry about that. And then we can run this that way. And then we'll have a south line. Somewhere. Maybe that goes through. The only thing is I want it to pass by the stadium. Oh well. We're gonna bulldoze this monument. I think. What can I do to get around this? Maybe a station on this side. Let's see, how close are we if we have a station right here to Union? I think I'd rather be closer to 16th Street. Okay, so it's like the same. What if we have a station on this side? Like that. Let's do that. Okay. What about one street? Okay, that makes it kind of far. I don't like that. We'll do K Street. What should this station be? Our 16th. What should this... Sorry, I had to take a second. What should this station be called? Let me know. You guys can name it. And we'll build tracks right around this. Let's see if we can avoid it. I think what I can do is I can just build a straight section. That's close. Kind of this similar. Yeah, that should be fun. And then I can even push this back. Like that. Then I can do the same thing on this side. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. Oh no. Okay, we're good, we're good. There we go. Scott Circle. I feel like we need a stronger name though for our central station. See, that'd be cool if they could add demand like based on stations. That would be, I think, pretty cool. Just like a little. Like if you build a new station, it just increases demand in the area like 10%. That's one thing I really think would be cool, is if they added like a menu. If you click on a station, I should maybe send this in as a suggestion, is kind of more of like customizable stations. So let's say you can add, I don't know, it's like upgrade elevators or something, and it gets more usage or something. Like you'd click on a station and it would have like upgrade options, and you could upgrade maybe like it says like bus connection, and it's just a button you press and you spend some money, and then it gives you increased ridership or other abilities like an increased like catch radius. That would be interesting. I think it would be hard to increase demand. Yeah. Oh yeah, because yeah. Well, I mean, it's a game. Are you saying the station height or the building height? I think station height we can go a little higher. Can we go to 20? Yeah, we can go to 20. So you mean building height. For the central Liberty Station. I like that. Okay, Liberty Station is the name unless someone else picks a better one. Where should we send this? Maybe just down this street, I'm guessing. And then we could have like a nice walkway to the new stadium. Let's do one right here. And let's see, what's the worker data looking like? Okay, nothing over here. So we don't have to worry about that. How far is this? About a mile, which is perfect. Let's just get it straighter. Why is the game lagging? I'm hoping that's not because I'm streaming. Hopefully. Liberty Central. Yeah, the in real life. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I think something like in-game of increasing density would be cool. Like an option too. Like you could spend maybe I have a station in between two big stations, for instance. Like two dense areas, and we have one station in between. You can like upgrade that station for like a transit oriented development, maybe pay like 500 million, and around that area you have like increased demand bubbles. I'll workshop it and then send it in. Okay, we'll stop here for now on this line, and then we'll cross this stream or river over here. So let's add a crossover on this line. And then up here, where do we want to send it? I think up this road or down this road. Which one? Either down Connecticut or down Massachusetts. What's the worker like? Okay, there's a workforce right here we could connect to. And then there's workforces up here as well. Maybe we should send it. Okay, so we could split it off on this. Build a new green line. I don't know what the green line is. We can make a green line though. Okay, what's the resident data again? It's kind of similar. But then up here, it is dense. Okay, we'll aim for this. This looks like a college campus. Am I right? Am I right? No, maybe a hospital. So let's build up here. Let's aim for up here. Hopefully that's close enough. Wait, how close is that? Wilson. A 10-minute walk? Okay, that's close enough. We can shift it. We can actually do this. Look, we can do at grade and put it on this side. And then we can just bump it up. American University. One of my friends from college or from high school, actually, I don't know if he played there, but he got an offer to go to American University, and I'm like, well, that's a real thing. That big complex is Walter Reed Hospital. Okay, I gotcha. Wait, so this one. right? And then what, American University is down here. This one. Okay, we'll just have it hit all these downtown, whatever this city is. I'll do some more research for next stream. How about? And then I'll know what these towns are. And we have 10 minutes left before we switch to Manchester. So we'll switch over. And how far are these stations? I'm liking this line. East-West Highway is 2 miles. I think that's fine. I think, yeah, there's not too much resident density. Definitely one right here. And this area is the farther northwest. Oh, that's Georgetown. This is Georgetown right here. Interesting. I think we'll have a parallel line with this one going through Pennsylvania, maybe like behind the White House, and then that's the one we'll connect over here. And that one can be sent further west over like to these. So let's just keep heading down the road we're on right now. I think a station, maybe right here at this triangle. That seems kind of unintuitive. We're gonna head down this road, this interesting circular thing, and then split off right here. Or maybe we make it to the college, this building over here. Let's do that. Let's do this. We'll build a station and then bring this up. And resident data. It is not that dense over here. Bring this up. Nice and straight like that. Boom. Oh, is this the CIA headquarters right here? No way. Okay, we'll serve them. Stop. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have some kind of route headed here. Where are these people coming from? That's important. Mainly over here. Interesting. This north is not that dense, so we won't spend too much time. We'll just build this line for now. And let me get resident data. Maybe one more station. How about right here? Oh, shoot. Go back to normal. And we'll see how these operate. This is a very long line. Maybe one more station. Is there any worker demand in this area? No. Okay, so we'll just have a very long line avoiding this building. I haven't even looked. It's a big worker bubble northwest of downtown in VA. Oh, I see. I see. And if you guys are here for Manchester, I'm going to need all the help I can get on that one as well. Because I don't know anything about Manchester. Okay. That is our line in white. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Where is it? Construction blueprint tracks. This is what I did for London. I reset my settings by accident. So that's why. Is that going to change? Did that change? Oh, maybe it will. If I build a new track. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. So I saw City Planner playing this game, and he changed his track color to blue, and I actually like it a lot more because it kind of highlights it when you're zoomed out a little bit better. Because I feel like you can see it better on the map. Oh, does it not show? It does show. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna build this. Enough dilly-dallying. This is gonna be 670 million. And give me a name for this line up here. We could call it Union Line because it's going to Union Station. Okay, let's name this Union Station. We're not going to name all the stations, but any notable ones we will. We'll call this what? Liberty Central. Is that the name we had? Let me save this. Actually, I realized I haven't saved once. DC. I'd be interesting to see a play through. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what this is. I have a video planned maybe this week. I have so many video ideas, but I don't really have the time to get them all done. Here, we'll call this the Union line. And we'll give it, how about like maybe like an orange, maybe a green. I have a bunch of video ideas and I just don't have the time to get them done. So just slowly I'm going to get through them. So one of them is Miami, which I keep wanting to play. But I'm going to combine it with another video idea I had. Oh, no path found. I think I forgot a crossover up here. I did. Oh, I didn't connect it up here. What am I doing? Let me build these tracks. Yeah, see that? I feel like looks better. That blue. I tried a couple different colors, but blue I feel like works best. So I have kind of an announcement. I'm gonna have a challenge series videos. There's not gonna be like any monetary reward, but I want to do like publish 3 challenges for people to submit saves. I think would be a lot of fun. All right, how much did that cost? 80 million. And I'm thinking the cities would be Manchester, New York, and Miami. Because I've been wanting to play on Miami, but I want to make it like a little more interesting. Oh, what did I not? Where's the crossover? Thought I added one. Okay. One there. Zoom in, zoom out. It's kind of stuttering a little bit. I wonder why that is. So yeah, so I'm gonna have a video out, I think maybe this week, about the challenges. And they each have their own special rules that I'll talk about. And then they can easily, maybe, no valid path? What is happening? Sorry guys. Do we not connect somewhere? Oh, that's what we did. What the heck? How'd that happen? Okay. So yeah, I'll have that out, and then people can either send in save files to my Discord, or maybe there's a website now that someone started where you can put your Subway Builder save files. So I'm gonna work on that video for the announcement, and then maybe go over the saves on stream at the end of the month. The idea would be 3 challenges, and you'd have a month to, you know, work on it, and they'd have like a day limit, and then whoever has like the highest ridership wins, basically. It's gonna be like a fun little, because there hasn't really been like a community challenge yet. Wait, why is that? Okay, the routes being weird. I wonder, we didn't add a crossover. I wonder why that is. And let's run some trains, and then we can close out this part of the stream, because we need to head over to Manchester. So if any of you guys are playing Subway Builder, let me know if you're interested in that. I think it would be easiest if people sent their save files to my Discord with notes. But I think it'd be cool if it was more private, like you don't know who won before the video. So I gotta brainstorm how that's gonna work. And then weekly I would take on a challenge. So I'd start with Miami, and then I think New York would be one. That'd be fun. And then Manchester would be the third one. Or maybe Birmingham. One of the big UK cities. Okay, so this is where we're at. We're gonna switch over to Manchester in a second. If you guys want to see anything, we've ran for 2 days, so I've been kind of dilly-dallying. Union, it looks like we need more more trains, so I'll increase this to 4 cars per train, and then I think that works. And let's slow the game down just a little bit. And our Liberty and our Liberty extension, We'll just increase frequency. Oops. Frequency here. And then our liberty will increase frequency as well. Probably something like that. New York is rough. Yeah, that's like one thing, is that if people have lower ends, that's why I'm gonna do a day limit for all this the challenges. So New York, I think, is gonna be like 20 days maybe, and then Miami and whatever the third city in would be like 50 day. And basically your save file can't be past that, or it doesn't count. Okay, we're getting a lot of frequency issues. Let's fix those before we switch over. And that's a good thing. Let's buy, how about 18 more cars, and we'll see how this is running. Liberty extension probably needs to be double capacity. And then I think just the switch over from the medium to the high demand period is what was causing issues. And then what about our freedom line? Same thing. I think the switch over, yeah, was causing issues. So we'll bump these up like that. So yeah, Subway Builder, some community challenge will be one of the next videos. I think I'm gonna wait for episode 5 of London till like 1.0 comes out, and then I have a couple other ideas, and then probably a City Skylines video since you guys seem interested, and see how that does, and maybe do like a little series on the side for that. I don't have a ton of free time, but okay, much better. We set up our system a lot better, and we still have 700 million. We're making get around 2%, not bad. And we're still not covering like down here that well. Probably a station on this road over here as well. And we're not even reaching the airport yet. So next, or the Pentagon. So next stream we'll build down here. Let me save this, and then we'll switch over to Manchester for 1 hour, and then I gotta go at 3. So let's actually look at our stations real quick. Okay, 33K at our Liberty Central, and then Newton was our second, which is this transfer between the Liberty and the Liberty extension. Not bad, not bad. What is 21st Street? Is that this one? Okay, it's not bad. This will be set up. This is a lot better. I'm glad we restarted this save. It seems like no matter what, I got restart. So Manchester we'll try to be a little more careful with. Let me exit. Let me start a new game, and let me actually change the name real quick. Building in Manchester in Subway Builder. Just so people joining the stream know what we're doing. Go back. And we'll start this Manchester, and I'm just gonna step away just for 1 minute, and then we'll get started. And I'll have the man stats so you guys can start looking at what the map is looking like. And let me run it just for a sec so you guys can see it. It helps once it turns red. It is going to be a little bit more difficult. You guys can see there's not much worker demand in the center. So we're going to have to be very strategic with how we plan this. Is this going to be a video later? I'm going to turn this into like its own series, I think. But it's going to be like a long form, like with just one video. So it's going to be more of just like a live stream. But the VODs are published onto my channel, so you can always watch it later if you want. All right, I'm going to step away just for 1 minute, and then we'll start building. Okay, I'm back. You can hear my squeaky chair in the background. Let's head over. I think everything's set up. Let me catch up. This map has some line in the city where build most on the ground. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we got going on. We have this. I know they have like a tram system. We can even look at Google Maps real quick. I'm not gonna steal any ideas. I just want to see what they got going on. Let me go to Manchester. Let's see what they got going. Okay, so they have kind of a central line with 5 different lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's interesting. And then they all branch off. That's kind of cool. Okay, I definitely want to build to Trafford over here. Old Trafford. And then we have that airport I saw down here. I know that there's like a factory somewhere we gotta watch out for. And then, okay, good idea. Yeah, it's funny, the density is just not on Subway Builder. I'm wondering, I know people have said it might be missing data. Actually, let me close out Google Maps because that's gonna slow down our computer. So let's build a smart. And you said at grade. Yeah, I see. So we have a stadium over here. It looks like. I know Manchester's over here, right here. And look how smoother this is. I wonder if Washington was just such a big map. Like, I feel like this map's just smoother when I'm moving around. When I was building initially, my most profitable is Victoria. Sorry, is Victoria a line in Manchester? I'm thinking of the London line. Rebuilding the line up to Bury. Okay. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to help me here. Let's see. Definitely want a stadium or a station over here. This looks like a mall. Let's first bring a line here to the stadium and then to downtown. And we'll use light metro starting off. And we can use similar lines. We won't copy them though. Manchester Piccadilly. Victoria is one of the main 2 stations. Okay. And let me highlight this, see where people are coming from. Okay. This map is weird. Alright, best of luck to me. We're already having stuttering issues. Why is it being weird? Let's have a station. So I'm just gonna base it off what I think will work. If I highlight this for central, a line going north to south, but you can also, I see the line, the tram, the at grade. You can tell. I don't want to copy that though. Our own system. We'll build underground down here. How about? And I'm gonna build a station here. And I'm gonna see. Actually, I can highlight all of. I feel like it's missing data. It should probably have a demand bubble right here. But oh well, it's the UK. And we'll have this go down this road. How about? And go north. And we'll see how that does. There's just not. I feel like Manchester should be denser. Maybe we should go south first. The south looks a little bit more dense. And let me highlight this. Maybe we should head down this street. And then kind of, or down here. That's a highway though. It's kind of tough because it is, the density is kind of around the at grade. This map is going to be interesting. Where are people coming from the airport? All over. But this main highway seems to be a good route. Also this road as well. these roads right here. Let's first connect up the workers over here and have a main line. So we'll have this mall over here, and over here we'll do elevated. And then same thing, I think, how about on this side? Right there. And is there any residents in this area? No. So this will just be to connect these workers up. And then, is there any residents along? Maybe right here? Guys, this is a weird map, I'm gonna be honest. Let's do that. And then hook that in. And this will just be to kind of cover Trafford over there. And then we can run different lines off this. Oh, and I forgot, I built that underground. So this station will have to be underground as well. All of this. And we'll see how it's going. Build this right here. Boom. And we'll connect that up. Okay. So our first line will just head over here to Trafford. And maybe this station should be, how about right here? I'm gonna skip this song actually, real quick. Oh, it's not on shuffle, that's why. One sec, guys. Okay, that should be better. I gotta find more playlists to play. And this will be elevated. And I just want to build the tracks first. And then we'll fit this through. This is probably a train line. And then maybe, yeah, right here we'll bring it down to -5. You'd have to go deep because the Trafford Center footbridge has foundations. The tram network extension helped. Yeah, it actually helps the city, not only the people. I feel there should be a station between the two in the center. Okay. So like a station right here, maybe? There's just not any demand. I think realistically there should be a station here. But it's missing a lot of demand, it looks like. Let's have this slope down. And let's actually bring this back just a tad. So we can bring this down before we get to the road. So I'll build out a little system and then you guys can critique what I did. We won't add a crossover yet to that one. This is feeling a little smoother than DC, even at the start. I'm wondering why that is. And we'll try to keep elevated outside of the city center. Okay. Oh, we have a issue. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Okay, so this mall will cost 1.73. Okay. What should we do? Where are people who are... Okay, we want to continue it up there. Maybe we should snake around this. I don't love that idea, but that way we can keep it elevated. Yeah, because we could snake it up here. And then have a long kind of U-shaped route. Or we could send it down. This is what we'll do. We'll have a station. Where do we want it? Okay, I don't want to put it underground. We could have it right here. And do something like this. And then maybe a transfer station. Let's see. This is a fun little map. See, these maps where they're like challenging and I just don't know anything about them, it's very tough. Okay. That is our first line. What do you guys think? Probably not the best. Just this map is weird. Okay. We could... Probably shouldn't build out this way. I think just south for now. And then we could have... I'm just wondering, because people over here are living pretty close. So maybe... Oh, shoot. Why'd I do that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing this is the tram line right here. Going through. How much is this going to cost? 400 million. 400 million. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What is this looking like? Okay, it's still south. Oops. South makes the most sense. Down this street, I think. Pick. What is this? Princess Road. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have that line. We're going to build a very unique system. We'll add a crossover. And this will facilitate workers. And then we'll try to send everyone downtown. Either to this portion, or maybe we could have a transfer station over here. It's going to be a very interesting system, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get it done. And for these demand, we'll have an elevated. And that way we can just snake right through. And we will use this right away. Right there. Would that station fit? Let's bring it a little further back. And we'll have it right here. And then we'll send this one south. How about? So we'll have a station right here. I'm sure that double bend should be possible to smooth out if you turn at the intersection. This one? Yeah, let's see what we can get. You're right. Okay, wait, let me skip this song. This song already played. There we go. Something. Yeah, what could we get? I'll bend it right here, and then can I get in between? I can get in between those two buildings. That looks better. And then that way, and then for this demand, there are people down here. We can send a north-south line. We're experimenting, guys. Don't worry. And let's build right here. Swoop this in. And I don't want to copy the line, but I think that works out well. And then we could have underground lines connecting these two in the future. Something probably along this route, maybe. We're brainstorming. Okay, so we'll have down Princess. How about right here? There's one. And then maybe right here. And maybe this one we send to the airport. How about? And you know what? We can use some of that right away in the future. So we'll build on the track right here. I think we're going to need to. Or at least copy kind of similar lines. Maybe we branch off. I like that idea. Let's get one in this little town right here. And we'll branch off this line from this one. So we have coming down. Let me build my tracks while I build this so I don't forget where they are. And to get this one over here, how are we going to do that? How much would this be? Okay, this would be kind of expensive, so let's avoid that. Oh, I see. Right here. Watch this, guys. Bring that in. Boom. We have that, and then we have that. Can we straighten that out? No. Let's see what we can kind of get, the curve we can get. Yeah, bendy stations would help in this this map. So we'll have it there. I just want this portion to be as nice as possible. Maybe we do that, and then can we connect it up? Perfect. So we'll have this branch off. Maybe we should run quad. We'll see if we need to upgrade this portion of track. Hopefully this merge doesn't cause too many issues. We'll bring this in. Let me skip this song. Okay, so that's our line. And where should we send it down this road? Let me do that first, and then we'll send the other one to the airport. So we'll send it down here, and then maybe station. This could definitely, this road as well, we could send a line down. Maybe we have one more station on this side. I don't know. We'll leave that. We'll add a crossover here for now, and then we'll keep building down. And let me bring up residence. Is this a highway? Is this turning into a highway? Princess Road, and then this part kind of looks like a highway. Princess Parkway. Okay, so we gotta be built off the highway. Let's get our, we'll probably need 2 stations at the airport, which is fine. We could probably have them both elevated and just have one right here. What is this road layout here? That's crazy. And we're gonna have to snake around this building. See what I can get. So we'll have 2 airport stations. And building out, oop, I keep bringing that back. It looks like there is a line straight to the airport, it looks like. Down this way. Yeah, it kind of just copies the tram route, which I don't. What we'll do is we'll just kind of follow this highway. How about? What is this town? Maybe we should hit this town. We'll try to make a straight route. So if you fly in. Yeah, let's connect. Let's just build down the highway for now, and then we can have other airport routes in the future. Nice bendy curve. And I'll have the resident tab open. There's just not much density near the highway between these 2 stations. Let me go down here and connect this up real quick. We don't even need, we just do that. And then yeah, we'll just run this, and we can add infills later on. Maybe a station right here. This map is very confusing. I'm going to say it a bunch of times. How about a station right here? And hopefully it's just not that dense as I thought it would be. Like comparing it to London. London was very dense. And we're going to have to sneak around this. Actually, I don't like that curvature. Let's see if we can get a little nicer. There we go. And do we have a crossover in? Okay, we do. And then here, I don't think we need any stations in between these 2. So a very long route. That's what we're working with. That's going to be 1.13 billion. And I think We'll see how that operates. This could probably extend a little further. Let's extend to this town, because I think there's some workers. Yeah. And let's build a parallel right here. Yeah, this would be a good map, I think, for a challenge. Ishak sent a bunch of loading. Is the stream lagging for you? Or do you want to loop? Let me bend around this. Like that. That looks good. Okay. So that's 1.2 billion right there. Maybe let's look at our workers again. I wonder if there's any other workforces that we can kind of target. There seems to be one over here. I'm pretty sure there's like a big factory somewhere. I forgot where that was. We're kind of avoiding this one. It's close enough though to this station, hopefully. We have one right there. We have a town up here to watch out for. We have a town up here. And then we have a town kind of on the outskirts over there. Okay. This seems like a map you need very long lines. Where are people from here coming from? Okay, around the area. And maybe we'll have a branch off this road. How about? Yeah. Where's this town? Town right here. So maybe you're down this road actually. So let's build one more route and then we'll put in our one more line and then we'll put in our routes and whatnot. So we'll have a big central station here. And then we'll have this stop every once in a while on this road. So we'll have a station right here, get this demand. And is there any big workforces? There's one right here at this intersection. And then on this side, are there any residents? We're gonna have to drop it down somewhere to get underneath. Or actually, no, maybe we could run elevated. It's just this building we'd have to watch out for. Maybe let's have one station over here on this worker demand and see how that operates. And what we can do is we could probably put this one underground. And is this gonna be a building we have to worry about? 15 million. So we'll actually do this. We'll have a station right here. And I want to try something. We'll have it on this side. And could we raise up to 5? Oh, we could. Okay, so we'll do that. I think that looks nice. Oh, for whatever reason, the emojis are being weird in chat. I can see on screen, so just try not to spam too many emojis. Thank you. Because I can see it, yeah. I don't know what's happening with that. I just looked at my phone. Okay, these routes are good. I'll try to get whatever's happening with those emojis. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll get that fixed so it's not all funny on screen. See, why did you guys copy all of London's train stations? You have Piccadilly. 17 stations stand empty as Manchester awaits rain. We've been having the game run this whole time. I didn't even realize. Let's pause that. Why was I doing that? I meant to just run it for a day. Oh, that's funny. Oopsie daisy. And then all of this is elevated. Can we get a nice straight line down this street? Maybe we should have a station in between. Let's look at residents. There's just not much demand over here. I think mainly just making like farther routes is more important. Let's get this wrapped in. Boom. And then there we go. Oh, one more station to worry about. I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of bendiness. I think, can I just go under? Oops. And then right here, we'll connect that in. And let's add our crossover. And put this in. Maybe we should have, and then we'll have like a transfer station. How about right here? And this is negative, we'll make it -9. How about New York Street? And to get underneath, I'm gonna have to drop to -10 just on this portion. Okay, that is our lines. We're gonna have 4 routes for now, and we'll see how that performs. Let's build. That was 1.6 billion. And for now, I'm just gonna give them letters. Let me know if you have other ideas. We'll make a nice blue line. And hopefully I added crossovers, everything. And this is mainly for the workers along the water. This hopefully will transfer when these, hopefully these are close enough. And then we'll have a B line running to the airport. And hopefully this works. Okay, nice. And the reason I made 2 stations is just because one in between, I didn't want the transfers on this side, or the walking time on this side, to be that long. And then we'll add trains once I add in. We'll have a B, we'll call it a BA, or no, that's too confusing. Let's just give it a C. And we'll add our C line over here. You guys are silent in chat. What's up? Oh, we forgot a crossover. Let's add a crossover. Hopefully I didn't add, oh, I did add one. That's okay. I didn't mean to add one right there. And this will be our C line over here. Like that. Boom. And then our D line headed out east to whatever this town is. Oh no, did I not add a crossover? I did. I didn't add a crossover at this station. Okay, build blueprints. And the boom. Look at that. Playing on my own New York game on the side. Nice. Oh my god, yeah. I know, hopefully they optimize it. We'll see how my PC build comes along. I don't know, for trains, we'll see how many we need. Let's try to get under 10-minute frequency though, no matter what, on all of them. At least for high demand. And then B line. Something like this. Oh, this is perfect. It's within the 15 minutes. I think that should work out. And we'll let the game run. And then C, we'll probably just need like 1 train. Actually, let's do 2 high demand. And let's see how that works out. And let's have our demand stats open. We can follow one of these trains if we want to. Yeah, definitely a weird map. I think I just need to follow, I think, the existing roads. And I could have some kind of tram, like some kind of like similar tram route. It's interesting. You can easily see it kind of cutting through the map. The right-of-ways. It is nice. It makes it easy to find. Hey man, weird question. Are you in university? Not yet. I might do grad school next year. I finished undergrad, or like, I guess, what do you Brits call it? But I finished undergrad 2 years ago now. So I'm gonna apply to grad school though soon, or I am currently doing it. I wish we had under 10-minute frequency. Having 5 routes on one line in real life. Yeah. We have that in Boston. They're all the green line, but we have 5 different lines, all using the same kind of trunk downtown. So yeah. They run a lot of trains, but I know it gets busy down there. Okay, we're at 1%. Not bad. Not bad. We only spent around half our money. The A line is full. Let's increase frequency first. We're gonna have to buy more trains. I'm gonna buy 100 million worth for now, and just increase frequency on these lines. Our B line is over capacity. Let's add 1 train there, and the D line is over capacity. Okay, maybe we'll just increase capacity on the light metro. Let's see, what is our demand looking like? Okay, 1.5, not bad. 1 sec, I'm just gonna pop over. Yeah, okay, that should be good. Oh, just for whatever reason, the stream overlay, it's kind of messing with the chat. So no emojis for this stream, and then I'll get it figured out. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're doing good. We're not getting any crazy capacity issues, so maybe we'll leave cars per train how they are. Let's look at our routes. 3013. Okay. Not too bad. This is a smaller map than I realized before I loaded it up. I think some kind of route down this road could work. This seems to be the densest neighborhood. I think we just need really long routes. That's for sure. And let's increase this D line to a higher capacity. Any thoughts on light metros funneling people? Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know if it would work on this map, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't see any like simple high metro or heavy metro arterial. Maybe this one? I don't know, it's weird. Because I go to like Workers. I mean, I guess the north-south makes sense. And actually, let's continue north. How about? Let's head up here. I think a station right here makes sense. Let's start building. Residence. I think a station right, yeah, at this intersection. Do you know if optimal fare price varies map to map? I found 350 the most profitable. I don't know, I kind of just mess around. London, I have it at like 5. And I feel like that's kind of the sweet spot because there's so much ridership, but I haven't messed too much with it. So we're gonna have a north line, and I'm gonna focus on the Workers right here, and then I'm gonna see, so stop right there, And then maybe a stop. I think just a stop right there for now. And maybe one up here as well. Is there any workers? There's some workers in this town. This looks like a tram line as well, if I were to guess. Maybe curve it here. I don't know. This one is weird. I think I'm going to extend the A line. I think that's my idea. I could swoop it around. Also up here, there seems to be some demand. And along this road. These are all highways though, I think. Or maybe they're not. Just higher capacity streets. I think maybe a line down this way. Yeah, let me do this. I'm gonna highlight all of this, which is a lot. But then I can send a line up here. On both my Philly and DC saves, I tested every 25 cents for a couple days. 350. Interesting. I think that's what, yeah, I just put it. I think 350 should be good. How much are we making? We're making 45 million and about 15 million in profit. Not bad. Actually, let's get rid of this one. And I'll have some kind of route along over here. And we'll have it transfer on this at this river street. How about? And this, that way we can make it all elevated. Oh, is this elevated already? Interesting. Will this create a station group? It will. So I'll have it as close as possible. And this will be like a transfer station for this line. Along this way. And let's move it, I guess, behind. I mean, this looks like a tramway, but that's okay. We'll put it at grade, save money. Oh, but to get back to your question, about universities, yeah, I'm gonna study city planning, hopefully. A couple of the programs I'm applying to. Only a couple. We'll see, my success rate. Yeah, and then we'll have a stop right here. How about at grade at 4, and then we'll pop this up, and then maybe right here. How about? There's not much density over here, but, and we can actually shrink it just a little bit so we can pop it up right after to 5, and then we can just kind of curve this. I'm guessing this is probably an elevated highway outside of it. I don't know, I didn't look at the, I don't remember what I looked from Google Maps. And swoop this in, gotta jump this up right here. And guys, we're ending stream at 3 today. Thanks for coming along, just letting you guys know. I think we're gonna do a weekly stream, maybe twice a week, maybe one on Sunday and then one on another day of the week. Might be fun. And then we could branch out and play other games. I can live stream from my PS5, but I don't know how to connect my mic to it. So that might be fun. That could be an option. And then this will run at grade. And these are all experiment lines because I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't like that. Can I delete this portion and drop this to 4 like that? And then all of this actually will have to be, okay, we're getting a lot of capacity issues, so I'll fix that in a second. And this will have to jump up, and then we can drop it down. And jump this up again. And we'll add a crossover. And we're adding one here just because there's a big worker demand bubble in this area. We could probably extend it one more out actually. Let's delete that crossover. And then from there, maybe we extend this line north. So let's delete, yeah, we deleted that crossover. And then I'll add a station. This looks like we're following an existing tramway, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll have one right here, and then we can have a big interchange. How about right on this side of the road? At Chester, Christer, something like that. And we'll jump this one up, add that crossover, and let's run this at grade. And yeah, this is definitely a tram route. That's okay. Jump this up. I wish there was an easier way to do this. Okay, perfect. Not bad. And this will be our E line. And maybe we could extend this one north along this path maybe. So let's have one more transfer station. I love me a transfer station. And maybe we'll have it right there. I like that idea. I'm just experimenting, guys. This is a very experimental live stream. And here we're gonna have to get through this building. So I'm gonna do this and this wonkiness. And that should be all right. Maybe let's see what I can get. If I can get a nicer curve in. Okay. What do you guys think of that new route? A little bit funny looking. But should work. Maybe we should have it on the outside actually. Let's see, where do I want to send this one? I want to highlight all the workers on this route. Are there any north? There are some up here. That's all right. We'll have this one just go to here for now. I'm wondering if I should. Yeah, let me make this a little nicer. Can I build a station on this side? Angle that. How about that? And then we can curve around that way. Yeah, let's do that. That's better. Is that too... I wonder if we could straighten this. Let's try straightening this real quick. And I'll just build all of this. Wait. Something like this. Yeah, that should be better. Connect that in. Oh wait, we have that building to worry about. Never mind. Let's just try this first. Okay, so it is gonna have to be a bit squirrely. But we have a transfer station there, so that should work. Let's build this. And that was 300 million. And we're getting station blockages. Or signal blockages, which is right here. Hopefully that shouldn't be that big of an issue. I guess when they turn around. So what we can do actually is here we'll have B stop on the right and we'll have C stop on the left. And that should help a little bit if we have any issues there. B is getting a lot of capacity issues, so I'm gonna up this to double trains and then we'll add our E line. Let's make it pink. And light metro. And that looks nice. Okay, boom. Boom. Let's do 3-minute frequency on that and see how that runs. And then we'll try to fix all these frequency errors we're getting. Very interesting system, I'll say. Very interesting system. Let's see in 3D what it's looking like. Oh. Why is my... Oh, there we go. My control key wasn't working. Not bad. Not looking too bad. Demand stats. Okay, we're at 2% transit demand. That's not too bad. I feel like we should be getting higher, but I don't really understand where the density is. I think maybe a line down this street makes sense, and then a transfer here for our loop. That's the last line we'll build today. How about we'll build a line down this. This seems like a tram line as well, or maybe down this street, parallel. Okay, our E line is at capacity as well. Let's use double cars for that, and let's look at our overall routes. Okay, E is not being used, or it's gonna jump up there. Our B is our most used. Okay, good. That makes sense, going to the airport. Station wise, I'm sure we have, okay, none of our stations are too small. That's good. A line's filling up. Let's help out the A line. Let's add one more train there. I think the last line is maybe also B. Let's add one more train for each. That looks good. That looks good. Where do I want to send this? I think down this road. And then curve it in. Station right here. Any worker demand? There is. Station right here. And we bring it down this main street. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, this will be our last line of the day. Let's slow the game down just a little bit. And this E line is filling up. What is our route ridership at? Okay, E line's getting up there. Nice. And our A line should probably be, let's just make it a double train for now. So we'll build, I think, right in the center. And hopefully, it's not going to make any station groups, but because they're all walking distance, it should be easy to transfer in and out. And we'll have this straight as possible right there on Cooper Street. Will this be a YouTube VOD? Yes. And then eventually it will be its own, like, kind of like a really long video is the plan that you could watch. Wait, C line needs more trains. Let's add one there and one there. Help out. One sec, guys. Please don't spam in the chat. Thank you. Trying to keep it clear. Let's see, where do we want to send this? Maybe up here. And then let's look at worker demand. Yeah, right here is where I wanted to have a station. Yeah, this will be like a more chill VOD. Great, I'm from Manchester, Mr. Starter Stream. Oh yeah, so Mr. K, we started the stream in Washington. So we played on Washington till around 2. And then we've been playing the last hour on Manchester. So, and we're going to wrap it up because I got to watch the Patriots play in a couple minutes. So we're just going to build one more line and then close out the stream. But I want to thank you guys all for joining me today. If you have any suggestions on videos or the channel or anything, let me know. And I'm going to have to snake this through. So let me focus up. This would be a very slow section of track. Yeah, this map is very funky. I'm wondering if I could maybe add demand anywhere. I feel like Manchester's a big city. I'm surprised. It's like kind of acting funny. So yeah, this is a very unique system we have going on. But it's all walkable, so you can always... It'd be cool if there's an east-west line connecting Old Trafford and Etihad. Is this Etihad right here? For Man City? Because then we could swing the A line over there. There's just no demand, obviously. There's this bubble. How much? Yeah, 2,000 workers. Yeah, because in this game, the population of Manchester or Greater Manchester is 2 million. So this whole map is 2 million. It's 2 million population. I feel like that's really low. So let me know if you're from, like, if you guys know the population. Like, what's the population of, you'd say, this general area? So you have like down to, this is down to the airport. And then up here is, I don't know the towns up here. But here's one of them. Relatively small. Okay. I always thought Manchester was like a huge city like London. It's a bit tinier. Where do we want our stations on this line? I want to go back to workers. Highlight this. And we'll focus on, how about a station right here? And that way we can have a right away change. And then maybe a station right here at this intersection as well. And then we could always add in those right-of-ways. Greater Manchester on 2.5 million. Yeah, so I don't know if this counts. If this, maybe Greater Manchester is a little bigger than this. But this seems like low population. So, for what? I mean, this is 1 million people. If you go to demand stats, this is 1 million population. So, not sure if, I know that's missing some data. So this is gonna be a very long line. I mean, maybe we could add stops in between. We'll see what needs to be infilled. And then right here, I'm gonna need a very sharp turn. And maybe I should actually have the station like this. Yeah, we're gonna just destroy this one building to get that station right there. The map pretty much covers the whole of Greater Manchester. Yeah, so they're just missing demand then. Which is kind of shame. Hopefully they just add the ability that you can customize the demand. I think that would be the simplest solution. Just even like either add in demand bubbles or maybe all the existing ones maybe double or something, or add a multiplier. Right there. I think the radio has repeated itself, considering I think I heard this song, which kind of tells me it's time to hop off. So let's build this line and then we'll hop off, and our last station will be here for now. That should be good. I think we built kind of a comprehensive system. Judging on Manchester being one of the biggest and fastest growing cities, it definitely needs, yeah, hopefully I mean, we need to grow fast in our build. And this will be our F line. And we'll give it that. We have green, we have orange, we have red. I guess we can give it that blue. Light metro. And then we'll let it sim for a day and then we'll see. What do you guys think of the system we built in just under an hour? Not too bad. I'm just gonna buy, yeah, one more. 6-minute frequency. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely a lot different than their existing system. Let's see, what is our demand stats at? 3%. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely need to expand north. Where does the line going further west end? This one? The blue line? This ends at this... there seems to be a mall. I'm guessing a mall from the shape of it. And this has 24,000 workers. Which we definitely need to... I think... Maybe... I don't know what kind of line we need, but something up here. Maybe this could be an orbital. In some ways, the outer locations are stops. Quite similar. Okay, not too bad. I mean, over here, I think we should extend this stop one further. Yeah, let's do that real quick before I forget. Because this seems to be like the complete edge of the map. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, let's extend this one further while we let that run at this hospital, I'm guessing. I feel like I've gotten good at guessing what stations are. And we can make this one at grade. Save some money. And it looks like there's a tram line here. Okay, let me skip this song real quick. And then we'll end stream. 5. I need like a mix of super upbeat and slow. Because it is, the music's kind of been all over the place this stream. I think I picked the wrong playlist. Okay, that's not gonna work. Can we snake this through better? And then maybe there. I'm sure there's buildings here too. It just doesn't, it's not loaded in. And that works. Okay. And where is our station? Right there. So we'll have it right here. And then how about, we'll have this actually go further south. And then that way this turn should be easier. And actually we can probably send it through these buildings. Yeah, let's do that. Delete this portion. And we'll kind of turn. But that should be good. Don't love the squirreliness, but that should be better. Okay, sorry, I missed chat. Where's the line? In some ways the outer. The purple line, the blue one ends at Trafford Center. There's the existing line. Okay. So we have one station. Tamside Hospital. Your subway system. Thank you, Edward. Yeah, I think this worked pretty well for this system. Let's extend our green out, and we'll probably give them. We can give these lines custom names in the future. Definitely need to expand north. I kind of just focused on the south this stream. And let's see, how much are we making a day? Not bad. What's that, 20 million? So we will have to sim a lot of days. I shouldn't have let the game run. I don't know what I was doing. I let the game run for 7 days before we even built anything. Not bad. And our expenses we could probably get down. We probably don't need trains running at night. Our F is full. Yeah, like some of these we probably don't need. Just the airport one we probably need at night. Let me mess with this a little bit. Yeah, we don't even have any people on this one. Let's take this down. Our A line, what's our A at? Let's leave that one actually. Let's our C line, let's not have any trains at night. Our new F line should be fine. We probably don't need any night service. And then our D line we'll leave some night service for. We could probably run 3, 2, 1. Not bad. Let's look at stations. Okay, this station's our biggest. Nice, it's 2 lines. I wish like I could make, I guess I could just come add them up. So 30, 35, 41. Not too bad. I mean, for a city center, that's kind of small. Yeah, nothing runs between 1 and 6. Yeah, I think besides the airport, we don't really need anything running at night. What's our smallest stations? Coordination on, okay, this one, which is still 1,000 people. Not too bad. These people aren't taking it though. Once we expand north, I'm sure. Pretty comprehensive system. We're not making that much money. Oh, we're losing money right now. We should not be losing money in the middle of the day. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, well, we can troubleshoot that later on. Okay, that's gonna be it for today's stream. Thanks for joining. I think if you were here, I kind of went over schedule, but I'm gonna have a Subway Builder challenge video coming out soon, or announcement, and then we'll do a challenge from that. London episode 5 will probably come out after the 1.0 release, if that comes out soon, depending on if that comes out in the next 2 weeks. And then hopefully we can return to Boston as well. And then I might have another game on video. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for coming. I hope you guys have a good Sunday. Go Patriots. And have a good one. See you guys.